YouTube fam? I'm back at it again. This really is the moment that I've been waiting on pretty much all year. You know, this sneaker right here is, to me, one of my favorites of all time. Definitely something that's a fan favorite for the hood. Of course, when you see this box, you know we're talking about the Jordan 12 Cherries. Now, I never owned a Jordan 12 Cherry, you know. It's always been a sneaker that, you know, I just hadn't been able to get my hands on. So while the market is the way that it is, people complaining about bricks and all of that, for me, I'm good because I like being able to get the sneakers that I wanted, the sneakers that I covet, and this is definitely one of my favorites. But I got a little comparison to do over here too. We got our good friends, the Cherry Red 11s. So, you know, we're gonna do a cherry comparison while we up in here. Now, I haven't seen these Cherry 12s yet, so, you know, as I open this up, this will be the first impressions. Brown paper with it. And here we go. Here is the shoe, man. And let me tell you, just clean, man, clean. They got that red almost matching perfectly. As you can see, you know, we got that, I call it a basketball print right here. You got the tumbled leather. The leather feels the same as, you know, in my opinion, as what I had on the Lakers 12. So I'm not seeing, you know, a major upgrade quality-wise with this sneaker. But this colorway, I really don't care. I'll give you all a close-up look, you know, at this sneaker. Y'all can see what this is looking like. You know, 12s is, if you're feeling them, you're feeling them. If you're not, you're not. For me, I love the nice touch that they put, you know, a black outsole. You know, that helps to keep it looking a little bit cleaner, you know. But out of the 12s, you know, the Cherry 12, the Bread 12 or Flu Games, what else? Maybe the Blue Games. There's, you know, not a whole lot of 12s that I would put like up there, but I mean, as far as top 5 goes, you know, that's probably where it's at right there for me. But really, and the taxis, can't forget the taxis. So these, the taxis, the playoffs, and the Flu Games, like those are my favorite 12s. And, you know, 12s, they come out with some good colorways, you know, but I really think that when they do white and a color down here at the bottom, that's one of the cleanest. You know, of course, the taxis have the black. And then, you know, when you have the variants of the Flu Games, you know, where it's black, and then you have another color. And then, of course, the variants of the playoffs. I think, you know, anytime you put, you know, any color up top and then put, you put a color up top and then put white down here at the bottom, it can look good. But I will say these are easier to keep clean. When you have the playoffs, you know, and any of those types of variants, it's white down here, and that does tend to get dirty. If it gets dirty over here, in this area on the white, it's very hard to clean out, you know what I mean? So those shoes tend to get dirty over time. You know, that's just something that you look for when you're dealing with the 12. But to me, the 12 is just one of my favorites in these colorways. I'm not gonna go off and collect a whole bunch of 12s. If I see something that I really think is fire and it's a 12, you know, I'll go for it. I'm good, I'm game for 12s. The only thing I will tell you about 12s also is if you have flat feet, this really can be a feet killer, you know what I mean? Even if you got a little bit of arch, I mean, these things are really stiff when you're breaking them in. And it does take a while to break them in. You'll have to wear it a few times, walking on it, dealing with the pain, you know, walk the malls with it and stuff like that. Do that at least a few times to break them in, you know what I mean? Because these are really, they really feel like they're meant to be played in. And until you get that breaking point, you know, they can be, in my opinion, the most uncomfortable Jordan sneaker. And you wouldn't think it because of how the sneaker looks. You know, it's a big, thick sneaker. You know, you just wouldn't think it feels that way. Some people say the 4s, but to me, this by far is the most uncomfortable Jordan sneaker. But this colorway, I just couldn't pass on it. While we got the 11s out here, just for comparison's sake, because I know there was a lot of haters on this particular sneaker last year. In my opinion, this is one of the dopest colorways of all time. I love the patent leather. I love 11s, and of course, red is my favorite color. So something like this on an 11 is beautiful. Now, for comparison's sake, the 11s are a lot more comfortable than the 12s. You know, just so you know, you understand that. So, you know, these have the long break-in. These right here feel comfortable, more comfortable right out of the box. You got the red bottom on here, black outsole on here. You know, it's got to be up to your taste. This is more of a matte finish. This, you got the shiny red and white. You know, I love them both, really do. You know, these are my two best red and whites, you know, because of what I like. You know, you like whatever you like. You know, but I think both of the sneakers are fire, you know what I mean? But that gives you, you know, a nice little comparison, you know, to the 11 and the 12. You know, we all, you know, go for the 11s at the end of the year. So this was Christmas last year. You know, we got the Gratitudes coming soon. You know, look out for that video. I got them on the way. I did hit on the shot drop. So, you know, y'all see that video coming up pretty soon. But yeah, just want to give y'all a fresh take and give you my take on the 12s, and also just my take overall on the sneaker game and where it's at right now. You know, we got a lot of people complaining that, you know, Nike's putting out so much heat that sneakers are sitting on shelves, and some of y'all are thinking that they did something wrong. You know, they're supposed to put out dope sneakers. That's, you know, that's the goal of it. You know, and when you put out a lot of dope sneakers, a lot of those dope sneakers sell, and that's how they make money. There's some people out there that forget that, you know, you had the fire red 4s that sat on shelves, the black cat 4s sat on shelves, and now you want to think that everything was the way that it is during COVID. You know what I mean? In COVID, people had their COVID money, PPP loans and all of that, and they went crazy spending money on sneakers, you know what I mean? So now we're back to reality. So, you know, I eventually think Nike will probably slow down production, but, you know, get while the getting is good. If these sneakers are easy to get and you think it's something that's fire, go ahead and get your pairs, you know what I mean? So I'm taking full advantage of that, because I remember the years where it was damn near impossible during COVID to get these sneakers. But I really expect the market to be kind of normalized, where you're not going to see people paying $500 for regular pairs of Jordans like that. It's going to have to be a collab. It's going to have to be a collab that everybody wants, you know what I mean, in order to get those prices again. But the resale market, I mean, you know, to me, resale should have only been done for sneakers that have been out for years anyway. You shouldn't have been able to do no quick flips like that. You know, I think the real sneakerheads are really showing up, and I think that's where the community belongs.